The previous two lessons were about the Python arithmetic and relational operators. The objective of this lesson is to learn about the Python logical operators. Here's the table for the Python logical operators, and as you can see, there are three operators in this set. They are called AND, OR, and NOT. The meaning of these operators are exactly as we use them in English language. An AND operator has two operands, and the result would be true if both of the operands are true. For example, when you say, if I have enough money and enough time, I will go to a movie, it's obvious that the only way that you will go to a movie if both conditions would be true. That means if you have money and time, you will go to a movie. So let me show you an example of this in Python ideally. If I say true and false, of course the answer would be false. If I say true and true, the answer would be true, of course. A numerical example of this is if I say is 5 greater than 4 and 3 greater than 7. So what do you think the answer for this would be? This statement here would evaluate to true because I'm asking Python is 5 greater than 4 and the answer is true. However, this other expression evaluates to false because I'm asking Python is 3 greater than 7 and the answer is false. Now what I have is true and false, and of course the answer be false. The OR operator comes true if either of the operands is true. For example, you might say if it is too dark or if it is too cold, I will not go to the park. It's obvious that if either of these conditions will come true, then you will not go to the park. So let's go to Python IDLE and do this again. So let me repeat the exact same numerical question that I had above here, except that I use an OR. Can you guess what the answer would be? I'm asking Python, is 5 greater than 4? Of course the answer is true. Or is 3 greater than 7? The answer is false. So what do I have? True or false? Since one of these two came true, of course the answer would be true. The last operator, which is not, it simply inverts or complements whatever is in front of it. Remember, this operator is a unary operator. So for example, if I say not 5 greater than 4, what is the answer? Simple. The answer of the question is 5 greater than 4 is true. Since I said not, so the answer would be false. Here is the logical operators in Python again. One more time. The operator AND works on two operands, and the result would be true if both operands are true. The operator OR works on two operands, and the result would be true if either of the operands is true. And the operator NOT is a unary operator, which means it works only on one operand, and it negates or complements the operand. So that means whatever is in front of it, if it was true, NOT makes it false, and if it was false, NOT makes it true. Here is the precedence table again, and notice that the logical operators have the lowest precedence in this table. As I mentioned in the previous lesson, there are more types of operators in Python. However, at this time, I'm not going to go over them, and I will cover them in future. Here, I just want to put the tables for your information. First type is the bitwise operators, which operate on bit by bit of the operands. The next types are the membership operators, which will ask a question if an element is inside a sequence. And another type is the identity operations, which are asking if two variables or two objects are exactly the same, which means if they are pointing to the same location in the memory. And those operators are is and is not. So what you learned in this lesson is that you learned about the mathematical operators, you learned about logical operators, and you learned about comparison operators, and you learned about the precedence of these operators. And we will talk about the 3 other types of operators, meaning about the bitwise operators and membership operators and identity operators in the future.